This 2012 Aprilia Tuono v4r. This is a cool bike. It's probably one of the fastest bikes I've ever owned. I had a ZX6R at the time, and I traded it with a little bit of money on top to get this Tuono, and I do not regret that one bit. I vividly remember the first time I did a pull on this Tuono, I felt nauseous. It pulled so hard, and it got going so quick. I felt nauseous. This thing is fast. It's like a proper fast bike, and it doesn't really have that, typical inline 4 power band that you're used to on like a ZX10R or an R1 or something. It's got that V4 in it, so it has a punch down low, and I love that power band. It's absolutely ridiculous. This bike is fast as hell. Everything about this bike felt really good. Suspension felt good. It turned in really easily. It was a little bigger than I initially thought, but it still was pretty nimble. The only thing I didn't like about this bike was the dash and the little menu that, little display is like the Rosetta Stone. It is so hard to freaking read that and navigate through with so many abbreviations, and I had to look it up, and like a couple of videos I found were like in fucking Italian. It really just was a pain in the ass to navigate through different modes and stuff, and it wasn't the end of the world. I figured it out. It took a couple minutes, but like, just not ideal. It's in the kind of that weird time where like technology was not quite where it is now, but it still was pretty intense. But other than that, I had a real lot of fun on the bike. I didn't ride an awful lot. I ran into a problem, like the headlight went out and it threw some weird code, and I had to bleed the brakes once because it got a little mushy. But I mean, it's a fancy Italian bike, so I wasn't expected to have Honda reliability. But I mean, overall, man, these things are like bats out of hell. They're super fun bikes. I need to find them moderately cheap now. I live on the east coast of America, and I found a couple for right around $6,000. So I mean, I think that's a deal considering how crazy this bike is. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this bike. It's one of the few Italian bikes I've ever owned.